Hello and welcome, faithful viewers, subscribers, and assorted great people! I have had requests for a certain guide for Tell Me When, and I shall follow through and do those requests. So, the person asked for something that would enable them to see when they had a poison or curse debuff on them, so they knew when to dispel themselves, so they wouldn't die, and that would be fantastic. But of course, they don't want to have a million buttons all over the place for every single poison and curse debuff in the game, because not only would that be incredibly inconvenient, it would also take an exceptionally long time. So, let's look at how to do it for a very general buff type. So, over here, if you look at these buttons that I've just made really big, because hey, they've been eating their vegetables and now they are reaping the rewards. So let's make that slightly smaller. That's a little bit too big. Cut down on those veggies, kids. Alright, so this button over here, as you see this sort of toxic symbol, that is it completely configured and all ready to go. Now, I will be going through all of the configurations on this one so that you can see exactly how it should look like, and you can pause the video, make sure you have all the options ticked, and then I'm going to go through it with you so you can see how to do that, because I realize that all that information at one go can be a bit overwhelming, so I'm going to do a walkthrough guide as well. So let's right-click this after we have typed /tmw, getting these configuration windows to pop open. So now it's been right-clicked, and let's just go through all the different things that we've done. First off, it is buff or debuff in this drop-down menu. It is enabled. It is poison, curse, units to watch, player. Buff or debuff, it is a debuff that we're looking for. Okay, then we've got show states and opacity, present, tick, prioritize. You can just leave that alone. Timer sweep, that's up to you how you want to configure that. I have show timer, and due to my UI, I have show elv-ui timer text. Okay, so feel free to pause the video if you want to see how all of this will work. But if not, we will now go through it step by step. One thing at a time. Alright, so first off, we want it enabled, otherwise you will see nothing. Then we're going to click down the drop-down menu, scroll down to buff/debuff, click, and it's decided it's already going to have that all configured, but I'm going to delete that because you know what? I'm going to just completely destroy all of that, so now we can go through it. Choose spells to check. If you type in poison, okay, you will see this suggestions menu over here, which you can scroll through and choose what you want. But the thing you want is right over here. Poison, dispel type. You click that in, and that's perfect. Now this person wants poison and curse. So you can do this as two separate buttons, or if you want it to display on just one button, one icon for either a poison or a curse, then we're going to type in curse right here with the little colon to separate the two, and then you got curse. Then it says here curse, dispel type. That's the one you want, so you're going to click that. And then after you've got poison and curse in there, you're going to press enter so that it knows exactly what you want. Then units to watch. In this case, the person wants to watch themselves, so units to watch is player. If you wanted to check the debuff on your focus, then it would be focus. If you wanted it to be focus target, it would be focus target, etc, etc, etc. So we've got player, and that is what we're happy with. Now, poisons and curses are debuffs. So we're going to go with buff or debuff. It is a debuff. Check that box. Make sure that box is well and duly checked. Then, buff/debuff, you have a selection of options. Do not click only check mine, because then what it will do is it will say, okay, I'm only going to check the debuffs that I have put on myself. Okay, so if you get up in the morning and you immediately dot yourself and then you fall over dead as you climb out of the bed, then feel free to click that icon so you can know whether you've dotted yourself. But if you like to see when someone else has put things on you, then you're going to leave that alone. So leave it alone we shall. Show states and opacity, present, you can just leave the prioritize alone. And then we want show timer, and due to my UI, show elv UI timer text. If you have something like OmniCC, you can just click show timer text, and that will work okay. So then we click OK, and then it will work. So what'll happen is when you get hit by a curse or a poison, it will display it over here with the icon of said curse or poison. So if a hunter shoots you with one of their poison arrows and you get poisoned by that, it will show an icon with the timer sweep, the timer text, and you'll know exactly what poison you have on you, how long it has remaining, and all of that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed this TellMeWhen add-on guide. If you did, then please click that lovely like button, post a comment, and subscribe for more. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook for craziness, updates, and just general random stuff. Cheerio.